Have a nice evening.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see
Thank you.
I have a motion for approval of bills.
So moved. Second.
Question.
Yes, sir.
I know we have birthday celebrations regularly in the village, but is the Jake the Stripper part of that?
Jake the Striper.
Striper.
Wow, you have a different set of bills than I
He stripes our squad cars, and he made a sticker.
I'm sorry, two P's is stripper.
You're right,
He
she's
gets it wrong.
a stripper.
Two P's is
It's
stripper.
misspelled.
One P is
Where is
stripper.
Bill? He's right.
The question is,
Where is it?
is that part of clothing removal or?
No, I think he just,
He made some stickers for us to put on
Yeah,
our
the stripper,
speed
he's
sign.
right.
It does say stripper.
It does say.
Is that his bill? Is that his own bill from him? He doesn't know how to spell his own,
No, it's just our listing.
oh, okay.
Jack,
So
it
it's a
just
typo.
says Jack the Stripper.
Okay, it's just a typo.
Susie added
In that case, I don't have a problem with any of the others.
okay.
I have to care about that tomorrow.
I'm gonna call Jake and tell him about this too.
Yeah, listen, I was hoping.
It's a new service.
Hey, I looked at it too, I said, oh, okay. Okay, nobody else have any questions?
I had actually two,
Oh, I'm sorry.
two small questions. This is the first time I've seen this in all these years, that I bill for iPass, and it says we have 7 iPass, do we have 7 vehicles? I thought we only had
We
4
have,
patrol cars?
we-
have 7?
there's not 7 iPasses. I don't know what those numbers mean, but we have, 1, 2, 3, we have,
Because we have 7 tag IDs on here, is why,
but there's not 7. The tag IDs are not the same. I looked at that too, and I asked them what those numbers are, and they're like created. I've got the serial numbers for ours, which don't match what's on there. That's another number. I questioned that also, like last year, I asked them about that, what those meant, and it was something else. But we only have them in the 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 5.
wow,
Yeah.
I thought 7 was excessive.
No, we definitely don't have 7.
Okay. And the second question I had was, we have a bill, not a huge one, but a small bill from the city of Waukegan for a water sample analysis.
Did we have a service that helped over with the well? Did we get someone besides Murney?
Yes, they do. We used to do the well testing with the state. Waukegan is now doing the well testing for our water because they were cheaper than the state.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for checking. Roll call vote for approval of those, please.
Trustee Chamberlain.
Aye.
Trustee Gratiter.
Aye.
Trustee Haber. Trustee Coonshin.
Aye.
Trustee Masterson.
Aye.
Trustee Spotted.
Aye.
Okay. We need a second reading and adoption of an ordinance adding chapter 7 entitled Regulations of Vacant Buildings to Title 4 of the Riverwoods Village Code.
So move.
Second.
Okay.
Discussion?
Discussion?
Yeah, I just thought there's some issues that maybe Bruce, you could think about
Okay.
in the drafting of this.
I have one too.
I'll just kind of run through the ones that I saw that were most
Okay.
obvious to me. Okay? So page 3, I think it's under public nuisance number 2. Any physical condition, use, or occupancy of any premises or its appurtenances considered an attractive nuisance to children. I'm not sure that that's a definition that is understandable. I mean, attractive nuisance is actually a legal definition, so it requires another definition within that definition. You know, what is an
I'm
attractive
sorry, I
nuisance?
can't follow. What page?
3.
3, paragraph 2. You understand what I'm saying, Bruce? So that
Number 2, Bill.
I thought maybe should be cleaned up a little bit. And then, number 5.
Well, let's talk about that one.
Well, my suggestion is let's go through all the comments. By the time we're done, it may be easier for me to come back with
Okay.
a revision than try and on the fly solve
Okay.
each one of these.
Number 5, manifestly capable of being a fire, I mean, why don't we just say any building which is a fire hazard?
I wish I could
let's
take
say-
complete credit for all the clear drafting in the ordinance. What a number of communities did is they tended to follow the example of the city of Chicago, and then they tended to reproduce this language a number of times. So I won't defend the phraseology in every case.
You can take them or leave them.
Okay.
And then on page 4, you have unoccupied building. And this is the definition, and it says, in determining whether a building is unoccupied, the director may consider these factors. I would say consider one or more of the following factors, and then I would only use 1 through 3, and I would not use 4 and 5, because just because the building is subject to a foreclosure
Yeah.
action,
Right.
it has nothing to do with it being considered an unoccupied building. And number 5, just because the building's not for sale or lease or rent, I assume that there's
I agree with
thousands of them in the village. So that probably should come out of there, in my view. On page 5, paragraph C, talks about whenever the director of community services or code official. I don't know what a code official is.
It's under the BOCA and the various things. They refer to that person as the code official, and I think I know elsewhere in the code we say whenever there's a reference to the code official, it
Okay.
refers back, but
That's fine, then as long as it's defined someplace. And then under D, the last sentence says, entry pursuant to this subsection shall be made only at reasonable times and after reasonable notice to the occupant. I'm just wondering why it would be the occupant there as opposed to the owner.
See, that's an unoccupied.
Or the occupant. I mean, I don't know why you'd be giving notice to an occupant but not an owner.
Well, if there's an occupant, it's not a vacant building.
Right.
Should be owner.
It should be owner, probably. And then under E, it says owner, operator, or occupant. I don't know what an operator is of a building. I know what an owner is, so maybe owner and occupant,
But again, it's gotta be owner because it's an unoccupied building.
right? F, the method of service. Now you've got a new person, the alleged violator. I don't know who the alleged violator is. We haven't defined that person yet. We've only talked about the owner and the occupant. So I think that's got to either be defined or changed. The next page, under I. If any alleged violation of which notice has been given in conformity with this section is not corrected or eliminated within the time specified in such notice. I think you later on use a time, but I don't know, at this point in time when I was reading this, I said, maybe it should be no less than blank days unless there's imminent harm to the public safety or something like that. I1, you've got operator again in there. I3, you say no person should remove the placard. There's no specific penalty for that, other than the penalty in this section, and I don't know that you want the $750 a day penalty to apply to a person who removes the placard, as opposed to someone who violates the substance of the ordinance. You know what I mean? Like, removal of the placard alone is probably a different kind of an offense than,
well, it's not more than 750, so it could be a lot.
Could
You
be
wouldn't
less.
you probably wouldn't get a judge to find someone.
right, I thought it was a bit excessive.
But the fine is not more than, so it's a,
Okay,
it wouldn't be
maybe
automatically.
that's okay then.
Wouldn't be automatically 750.
And then on page 7, B, I just was wondering how that's different than I1. And just look at it in your leisure. And then E, we're saying the notice shall contain a statement of the obligations of the owner and a notice of the owner's right to appeal. But it may not only be the owner's right to appeal, it might actually be a lien holder's right to appeal. Because you could be in a foreclosure proceeding, and the owner has basically abandoned its interest, but the foreclosure, the mortgagee has not yet received title. So now you've got nobody really who's interested in appealing, unless you give the,
I wouldn't say that a lien holder has a right to appeal our finding that it's vacant. They have to do under the statute, they have the right to appeal the super priority. But they don't have.
why? What if they've got a receiver appointed, and they've got somebody there who's managing the building,
I
who's
wouldn't have-
maintaining it?
Yeah, I wouldn't have any problem at all if they had a receiver appointed. The 99% of the time,